I had a dream about you that changed everything. That's the message that just kept circling over and over in someone's head today. And this seems to be a person who is connected to you, but I'm getting that it's a connection through the silence right now, meaning that more than likely there is little to no communication with this person in the physical world at the moment. I'm getting the word pause. So it's almost like something has been put on pause here, whether they were the one to put it on pause or whether that was you or just something according to the circumstances. But what I'm getting is that as of when you come across this video, the night previously, this person had a dream about you that altered the entire trajectory, not just of how this connection is now going to move forward, because I'm hearing now they're realizing they have to do something about it, but also this is changing the trajectory of their life. And the thing that I was getting very strongly is it's less about what happened literally in the dream, although we will be getting into potentially what actually happened in terms of concrete details. But it's more about the frequency that was transmitted to them from you in the dream. And I'm getting the word identity. The sense I kept getting as I was preparing for this reading is that this is someone who's been connecting with an energy their entire life. I saw them like as a little child. And ever since they were a child, they were connecting with a very specific kind of romantic energy. And they always imagined this as kind of being their dream person. I mean, maybe literally, because as they were connecting with this energy from a young age, this may have been someone that they were actually dreaming about, or maybe less of a someone and more of an energy that would come through in different ways. And I'm hearing that they spent their life looking for that energy in different people. And the interesting thing is, in some cases, this person is in a current romantic relationship or recently was in a romantic relationship with a person that encompasses quite a bit of that energy, which of course you can connect the dots and know that this is your energy. So interestingly, I feel as though this is someone who is in a very confusing position because recently, or maybe even now in some cases, only you will know how this applies, but they've been in a romantic connection with a person who embodies quite a bit of, in essence, your energy, meaning there are a lot of parallels or a lot of similarities. I'm getting the word uncanny. So a lot of these are truly uncanny. I know today's reading is going to be very, very specific, but I hope that it reaches whoever needs to hear this message. Of course, always use your intuition. Only take what's connecting for you. But if this message is for you, it's truly uncanny because either people that this person has dated in the past or someone they're romantically involved with, dating, married to, etc., currently is actually very similar to you energetically in certain ways. There are certain parallels, meaning that there may be certain aspects of your personality, of your appearance, certain things that are similar. But the thing is, no one has embodied the full picture besides you, because it's not that this person, this is getting so deep already. I can feel the chills coming on, the spiritual confirmation. It's not that this person has been attracted to these other individuals. It's that they've been attracted to the traces of your energy that have shown up in these other people. And a part of them had thought that no one who encompassed that entire energy existed. I keep hearing something about a near miss, like people that they've dated or romantically connected with have almost been like near misses to this energy, or close clones, close similarities. It's like there's something close about the energy or the appearance or something, but it wasn't ever you. And the only reason that this person involved themselves in these other romantic connections is because they were actually connecting with your energy, traces, parts of your energy in physical form through these individuals, but they were always left feeling hollow because it was never the full picture. It was never really and truly you. And so I feel that when this person met you or connected with you physically in some way or consciously, they were in some kind of fog. And I heard that this fog is like a mental confusion. And the sense I got was of things seeming to happen too quickly before they were able to process them. Maybe when you met, there was a lot of chaos in either of your lives or just between you, or things felt like they were happening really fast. Or there was just this kind of mental confusion, this fog around this person around the time of your meeting. And I see someone like squinting through the fog, trying to like make out the image of like this. I almost see this like shadowy figure that's actually you. And if they were seeing clearly, they would connect the dots and see that this figure that they're perceiving through the fog, this person that they're connecting with being you, is actually this energy that they've been connecting with their entire life. But because the fog was there, it's like they just couldn't quite connect the dots. They couldn't quite see clearly. And I'm hearing walking away in the fog. So maybe when the two of you disconnected or separated or this silence came on, it happened while the fog was still occurring mentally for this person. But the thing is, this dream that they had, it actually cleared up that fog. And I'm getting that in the dream. And again, we will get into what was potentially happening in the dream, but whatever was happening allowed them to see you clearly. And what I mean by that is they were connecting with you in some way where they were looking directly at you, where they were seeing your face, where they were communicating with you, and they knew your identity, meaning they knew it was you. But they also felt that frequency that they've been feeling their entire life, which actually, in essence, yes, it was this very specific core soul frequency. It was your frequency that had been connecting with them spiritually since they were really young. But it was also this energy of unconditional love. And that's why I wrote down in my journal prior to doing this transmission that it was less about what happened in the dream and more about the realization that they woke up with because of the frequency that was being transmitted to them from you during the dream and how this helped them to connect the dots here. So it kind of reminded me of, when you have a dream or there's a dream about marrying someone, but you can't see their face and you feel all of the energy around it. You feel the love, you feel the excitement, but it's like you can't quite make out what that person looks like clearly. That's what this person's higher self was saying to me as I was channeling for this reading. It's like, that's how they'd been dreaming about you or connecting with you spiritually their entire life. And last night, it's like your face was revealed to them. Last night, they saw you clearly in their dream and they realized this was the person that they'd been having all of these powerful dreams or spiritual sensations around since they were young. I just get the sense of, again, like every person that they've connected with, they've only really felt a romantic attraction to because they were drawn to a part of your energy that was somehow showing up in that person or connection. But then when they were faced with the real thing, when they were confronted with you, it was almost overwhelming. It was happening so quickly that it put them into this kind of mental fog where they weren't even able to really process the connection or connect the dots. Now, when we talk about the dream in its more literal sense, first of all, I'm getting that one reason you may have been drawn to this video is because you may have been vaguely dreaming of this person recently. Now, this won't be for everyone, but know that if you've had dreams about this person recently, these dreams you've been having are actually echoes of the dreams that this person has been having. So they've been dreaming intensely, and I'm hearing their dreams have been even more intense than yours. And what you've been dreaming, if you've been having conscious dreams of this person, which doesn't have to be the case for this video to be relevant for you, but if you have been consciously dreaming of them, know that the dreams you've been having have actually been far less intense than the dreams they've been having. And I'm getting this is also because their spirit team, their spirit guides personally are really pushing this realization through to them. They want them to connect the dots because they're pushing them to do something about it. That's why at the beginning of this reading, we channeled that this dream is actually also pushing this person to take some kind of action. And we will get into that. But if you've been receiving echoes of these dreams, or even if you haven't been, let's talk about some of the specifics that were coming through. So the sense I get is that the dream itself, again, it's less about what really happened and more about the energy or the frequency. So one significant thing is they felt that energy they've been feeling their entire life, but this time they were feeling it when they were visibly and undeniably connecting with you, like you as your identity, who you are in the physical realm in this lifetime. They were looking at you, they were speaking to you, and at the same time, they were feeling that energy that they've always connected with. And this is what pushed through that realization that you are the person who fully embodies that energy they've always been connecting to. The events of the dream itself, again, there seems to be some kind of face-to-face conversation that occurs at some point in the dream. And I'm getting there's something meaningful about this conversation, about something very specific that they remember you saying to them that made everything click to them in this conversation. And I'm hearing it felt almost like a memory or like deja vu in that dream, like conversations that you actually had. And they woke up feeling as though it was very lifelike, as though they were actually speaking to you. And it ignited within them this desire to actually speak to you, to have some kind of conversation with you. As far as the events of the dream around this conversation, I'm getting that there may have also been dreams about missing something, dreams about almost, I just hear like an almost miss, like almost missing an event or a flight or a concert, or maybe actually missing it, like missing the flight, missing the event. I'm also seeing something about a train in a white dress. So that might be relevant to someone's dream. This also could be somehow significant to your connection. There could even be some kind of past life flashback coming through some of the dreams for this person where it's like they are seeing themselves miss a train that you're on, or let you go on a train when they choose to stay behind and then live in regret of that. That may be something that happened in a past life to some extent, or again, it could be reversed here. But in any case, what I'm picking up is there is this sense of rushing to make some kind of flight or event or travel or something. And then even if they do make it, they're late or it feels like it was delayed. And all of that is very significant because I feel as though that also represents the fact that they, on a soul level, have delayed something when it comes to you. And it's almost like their higher self is rushing to get ready, rushing to be ready to prepare themselves to take some kind of action. But again, it feels like they're almost missing their chance. I'm hearing they're hoping they're not missing their chance, but it has that same rushing to get ready, that same kind of urgency. There's a reason that urgency is coming through so strongly in their dream, and it's because their guides want them to feel that sense of urgency. They want them to feel urgency to the point where they actually take some kind of action. Because another thing that's coming through here, and I feel like this is something, a realization that really should have hit them when the two of you were more physically connected or when you met. But for some reason, it's like a delayed conscious realization. And the realization is, I've never felt anything like this before, but my guides kind of corrected that. And it's like they've never felt anything like this before in their living, waking, physical life, but they've always sensed something. They've always sensed this feeling deep within themselves. Now they're just seeing it embodied in a physical form. What I also saw near the end of kind of receiving this transmission is a game of Scrabble. And what I saw was all the letters like spread out around the table and someone trying to formulate words out of them, out of that mess, out of that chaos. So what I'm getting is the headspace this person is in right now, following the dream, is that they are like looking at all of these Scrabble letters spread out across the table, and mentally what this means to me is they're feeling almost overwhelmed by the weight of everything that they know they need to say, and they're trying to formulate words towards you out of that chaos. So I am going to be taking a look at what potentially they may be communicating to you. But if this has been connecting for you and you would like assistance in speeding up this process and really strengthening that quantum connection, that energy bond between the two of you, which of course, once we shift something energetically, it shows up physically. So if you would like to strengthen and intensify this bond, I really recommend my quantum connection subliminal meditation. This is one of the more recent ones that I've created. I've personally found it to be very powerful, not just for manifesting a deepened connection with a specific person, as in this case, but also a byproduct is you will notice yourself aligning with more people, things, and opportunities that are really deeply connected to you on a soul level. So this subliminal comes from my app, Sound and Soulful. And on the app, I have over 130 subliminals for all areas of life, for love, relationships, appearance, energy clearing, so many other things as well. Essentially anything you can imagine, and I'm adding more to it all the time. There is a search feature within the app, so if you already are a member, you can find this subliminal by searching Quantum Connection in the search feature under the All Audios tab. And if you aren't yet signed up to the app, I really recommend checking it out. You can actually try out any subliminal I've created free for 7 days when you create a free trial account. You can listen to any of them in 10 different background sound options, just depending on your preference. And you can create your own custom private playlists in the app as well. As you guys know, subliminals are used to deeply reprogram the subconscious mind using affirmations that you won't clearly hear consciously, and that's because they're embedded within the audio track and other frequencies to actually sink deeper into your mind to impact and reprogram your subconscious, which actually controls 95% of our thoughts, actions, and outcomes in life. So reprogramming the subconscious with subliminals is such a powerful way to magnetize your energy and manifest in your life. I've personally seen such powerful results using subliminals in my own life, and I know that many of you already using the app have been seeing these results as well. If you haven't used the app yet, you can check out some of the reviews in Apple and see that many people are experiencing a lot of results from these. So I really recommend trying them out in your own life. And I will be leaving a direct download link to the app in the pinned comment and description box underneath this video. You can also find it directly by searching Sound and Soulful in the Apple App Store or Google Play Store. Okay, so let's actually use the tarot cards and the energy oracle cards to talk about what kinds of words, so to speak, this person may be formulating from this kind of Scrabble board of confusion that they're currently experiencing. So I'm going to go to the Lover oracle first. So what can I channel through from this person's soul? It's funny, everything about this feels like urgency. Even the way this transmission came through, I was meditating and this just hit me so strongly. And when it came through, I usually will just continue doing my morning meditation and energy rituals that I do personally every day. But my guides were like urging me, no, you need to record this transmission right now. Like get this recorded while you're in this energy right now. And again, that's pretty non-typical for me. So I feel that actually reflects the urgency that this person is feeling following this dream. And of course, the first card we have here is emotions overwhelm me. So let's go to the What's the Vibe deck. This seems very fitting to channel emotions. So what emotions are this person feeling right now? Okay, so interesting. We have Archangel Michael, and the words divine intervention are coming out here. So I feel as though this dream is actually a form of divine intervention for this person. It's like the divine is stepping in and pushing through this sense of urgency to them. So I'm pulling through a lot of cards right now that I'm going to get into. We have established, blocked, drowning, stagnant, discontent. Interesting. So I feel as though with the established card, this is someone who's realizing that they've settled in their life. They're realizing that they've been choosing to settle instead of taking action, and now they're feeling this urgency to do something about it. But they also feel as though it's almost like they're drowning in their own emotions here, and yet feeling stagnant, like feeling like they opted to stay stuck instead of taking action. But again, it's like now they're feeling this urgency, but somehow they're also feeling blocked here as well. Maybe they're unsure how you would respond to them if they were to take action, if they were to move forward. Because, yeah, they feel like maybe you perceive them as this King of Wands reversed energy, as someone who I'm hearing was lying to themselves. And as a byproduct, lying to you. I'm hearing lying by omission. It's almost like this person was trying to lie to themselves about how they were feeling about you when they were in that mental fog. I'm hearing it must have been nothing. It's almost like they saw you through the fog and they told themselves, I must be imagining things. This can't be real. But now they're realizing it is real. That fog is clearing itself. And again, that was a result of the dream here. And with the Hermit reversed, I feel like at first, when they were in that fog, they chose to just totally shut down or isolate themselves. They may have even pulled back from you. And now it's like they're wanting to exit that hermit mode here. They're wanting to, I'm hearing, to come out of the shadows of your subconscious mind. I know we're talking at a pretty quantum level here. So can I get any more information on how this person is feeling or how they might communicate? They're alone with their lessons. Yeah, we got the card alone in lessons. So whatever circumstances are surrounding them right now that feel like something that they settled for, or again, we have the card compromise. Yeah, they feel like they made a compromise with themselves, with what they really wanted for the sake of something that was established or some form of stability. But I'm hearing what they're realizing is the harder they push against this connection, the more these emotions surface more intensely in other ways, like through these dreams that they've been experiencing. So, wow, this feels like a really powerful transmission. And like I said, it's going to be very specific, but I hope if it was for you, and if you've been maybe having echoes of these dreams in your own dreams, maybe this will help you make sense of what you've been experiencing. And I feel we'll continue to follow this thread of energy. This really feels like something we're going to be picking up later on. So if you do want to get notified when I channel more into this, I do recommend subscribing and turning on notifications as well. If you do want to let me know in the comments how anything connected, I would love to hear from you. And you can also follow me on Instagram at Magnetize Yourself. Of course, if you want to manifest and deepen this connection, then you can check out my Quantum Connection Subliminal from the Sound and Soulful app. And the direct download link to the app is underneath the video. But otherwise, I'm going to end this reading here. Thank you so much for tuning in today, and I will connect with you here again in the next video.